Annisa Suliman.
Hi Annisa. So the first question I have for you is what is your story on your past jobs and experiences and how you came to your current position at Leeds Beckett?
Okay, so I started in regional newspapers where I did my training. I stayed in print journalism for 20 years on and off. Towards the end of that print career, I worked in a variety of regional publications, one of which was the York Evening Press. I also freelanced, started doing some media training, some consultancy, and that's how I sort of fell into PR, if you like. As a result of some of the journalism work that I'd been doing, I was offered an opportunity to work for some magazines. And whilst I was there, I got people approaching me saying, could you come and do some work for me? So I sort of fell into PR. The latter stages of my journalism career, I stayed in PR mainly. So I worked for campaigns, I also worked for York City Council, I worked for the Energy Saving Trust. I decided to become an academic after returning to education in my 30s, and then I just thought, I really love this. So I carried on my freelance career whilst I was doing a degree, and that's how I ended up switching from journalism to teaching journalism, from being a practicing journalist to teaching journalism and media studies courses.
Okay, so following on from that, have you got any interesting topics that you've worked on, say in the magazines, or any that you can specifically say, yes, I really enjoyed doing that one, or have you got any dislikes if we put it on the other way?
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
I once worked on a campaign that caused a bit of controversy. So I was working for the Energy Saving Trust, and I had to publicise a campaign where people were expected to pledge to do something to save the planet. So one of the campaigns was to get shops to turn down their heating. So we hired some underwear models to walk through the centre of York in fur coats, go into the department store, Brown's department store, who'd lent us the underwear and the coats, and walk around the shop, take their coats off and display banners saying turn down the heat. So we got national coverage on that. But it raised a few eyebrows, people saying that in this day and age, we shouldn't be using young women in this way. But actually we had two models. We had a male and a female, but the media only chose to focus on the women. But we did have a male and a female.
Yeah.
Naturally, they would do. What are your opinions on the journalism and PR course at Leeds Beckett, and how do you feel it's operating at the moment?
Okay, I think it's really important to have this journalism and PR course, because there are really great synergies between PR and journalism in the industry. So I found it very easy to cross over from journalism into PR. One of the things that made me valuable in my PR capacity is that I could understand exactly what a journalist wanted. And I think on this course, students get a chance to work on both sides of the fence, if you like. They also understand, in terms of ethics and professionalism, what each of the professions is looking for. So I think it's an ideal course, because many jobs these days, many PR and marketing jobs, ask you to have a real awareness of what happens in the news agenda, and you're often expected to produce media artefacts. So I think it sort of sits really nicely in the portfolio of courses that we've got here.
Yeah. So following on from that, have you got any advice for the current students that will be leaving and going into the PR or the world of journalism?
Okay, I would say that always think about your audience. Understand that you are working to attract an audience. And also, when you're thinking about where you're going to place yourself in the jobs market, be creative and be confident, and sort of take a portfolio to show people, take something. If you're going for a job interview, I would say make sure you research the industry really clearly and the employer that you're going to see, and if possible, take along a story or a possible idea for something that you might be able to work on with them. I think that always helps.
So a question that I'm particularly interested in, on a topic I'm very interested in, is why do you think social media is important in the future of both journalism and PR?
I think we can't underestimate the power of emergent media platforms. Social media is the place where younger people go, but it's also an established place for companies to go, because they know that People are engaging with media products on the move and in a different way. So it just makes sense that we start making use of media technologies and emergent technologies.
Yeah, definitely. And from that, I've noticed on the Leeds Beckett website that you've got an interest in poetry and
Yes.
have won awards for the poetry and been nominated for the awards. Have you got any other interests you'd like to tell us about?
Okay, so currently I'm doing a PhD in Victorian literature, and my interest is in Victorian periodicals, so mass circulation, working class periodicals. I'm looking at reader-writer interactions to see whether the readers are complicit in creating this notion of a modern magazine and a modern reader. So I'm really fascinated by that. But I also love writing, so creative writing is really important to me.
Yeah.
Just keep firing away.
Okay.
I'm looking here so that I'm not changing
Yeah.
my
No, that's all right. Don't worry
Is that
about
all right? So I just
Yeah.
thought that otherwise I'm going to be doing that all the way through.
Okay, I've just got one more question to ask you, and I noticed that you'd worked as a freelance as well. Is that something you'd recommend, or would you say avoid being a freelance?
I would say for myself, working as a freelance enabled me to get a degree in my 30s, and I also had children. It enabled me to fit my work around my lifestyle. I would imagine when most people leave university from degrees, communications degrees, they'll probably spend a period of time freelancing. One of the beauties of freelancing is that you get to see lots of different environments, and you get an awareness of where you really feel you fit. So sometimes freelancing is a fantastic opportunity to have a look at the terrain, and I think if you're really good when you freelance, you'll get offers from other people because they'll see, oh, you're doing a really good job here, do you want to come and do some work for me? So I think freelancing is a valid way to go until you can find that niche, your own niche.
Yeah, and that's all the questions I've got to ask.
All right.
Yep,
So
that's
thank
all
you
right.
very much for your time.
Thank you.
Hope it's all right.